Hey, what's up, y'all? I am your girl, Candy, and I'm about to speak on it.
I had already heard.
I can turn a shade tree into a money tree. Well, this episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta was, I guess it was okay. A few things happened. We found out that Cynthia clearly was not happy with Kenya because Kenya dragged her into the Cookie Lady drama. What do I think about that? I mean, overall, clearly I understand what Cynthia is saying. It's like, okay, just because y'all going back and forth don't mean you had to drag me in it. But I guess Kenya overall, the reason why she called herself being upset is because she's like, okay, well, you had a sidebar conversation with Tanya to give her a heads up on what I may or may not have been talking about at the table in Toronto. She was trying to make it seem as though Cynthia was the first person who tried to bring the Cookie Lady around a long time ago. So basically, she trying to make it seem like Cynthia would be, I guess, I don't know what she was trying to make it seem like. I guess she was just trying to say like, well, Cynthia, you've been knowing about this Cookie Lady situation just as long as I have, and but now you're making me seem like I'm the bad guy for bringing it up, which you still brought it up, Kenya. And you didn't have to put Cynthia in your mess, so we'll see what that goes. Right now, it seemed like they amicably came to some type of resolve for now. Anyway, it was a lot of stuff about Eva, because she was kind of having contractions early. I don't know if they totally explained that when we were having this event, or when Nene was having her event, basically this was like weeks before Eva's due date. She wasn't supposed to be delivering for like another month or something like that. And I remember she was saying that for Dr. Jackie to have, feel as safe about her delivering, she really needed to hold the baby in for at least another week. So that's why it was kind of really like a stressful moment, like, well, what did she do? It wasn't just your typical, okay, she's having contractions, let's go to the hospital. It was just kind of like a thing where she had been, on watch for a while because I guess she had a couple of scares of preterm delivery. It wasn't quite the time that Dr. Jackie said it was safe for the baby to come. So it was like even more of a, oh my God.
Good, it's okay. Let me help you back up. All right. I love you, Mama. I love you too.
She's contracting, at that moment. We was a little bit more stressed out than to me where it came off on the show.
Here,
FaceTime?
Oh, FaceTime audio. Okay, I'm sorry, nervous.
Even though she was crying, and so she was stressed, but it was a little bit more stressful for not just her, but for Cynthia, for me, all of us, because we really wanted, obviously, for Eva to have a safe delivery or whatever. But I'm jumping ahead of myself because I didn't even get to, let's roll back. Okay, Marlo has been trying to be the peacemaker between Nene and a lot of people. She's been trying to get Nene on the same page because obviously Marlo herself has been in arguments with people before, so she's had to, get back in good with folks, and so she knows how that feels. So I guess she's trying to smooth things over to make things right with Nene and her friendships with the other ladies on the show. With that being said, she wanted Nene and Cynthia to get together and try to, make amends and be nice to each other and have a real conversation, because they haven't been having real conversations. They both have been doing interviews here and there, saying crazy things, obviously, about each other. Nene felt like Cynthia had done more than she had, as far as talking badly in the press. But I mean, honestly, if we go back and Google, we all can Google stuff that they both were saying that was really not cool. And this is their second go around at falling out, because this is not the first time they fell out. Remember a few seasons ago they had fell out with each other and stopped being friends.
Cynthia is, I think everybody knows this, I think Cynthia is okay. It's not like she's really bringing anything to the show.
I want people to know that, again, I was a very loyal friend to Nene. However,
I'm actually glad that she did that show with you.
Why?
Because it actually validated that she was never my friend.
So this is the second time that they fell out and stopped being friends, and now they bad mouthing each other in the press, which is not cool, because if we were supposed to be best friends, it's like, how are you supposed to treat each other when you stop being friends? If you're best friends, there should be some type of code, right? We shouldn't be out just straight dogging each other because it makes you feel like, well, you never cared about me to begin with. And I think that's where that whole thing of, Nene getting really emotional came in at, because I think she just more so reflecting on the fact that, okay, we were supposed to be real friends.
Cynthia was somebody I had a real friendship with. I loved her like a true sister. But now, we're not friends.
Not play friends like some people in this group are. They're supposed to be real friends. So, I mean, I'm sure that is real hurtful when you get to this place that they're in right now. The way that somebody had hyped up this little meeting for me before, like, I really thought it was going to be way more interesting.
We both said some horrible things about each other. I think we can both agree on that, right?
Well,
Well, we did.
no, I think you said a whole lot more than what I would be interested in saying.
now.
I mean, it seemed like, they had some words or whatever, and then they decided to walk out, and then they came back on the same page at the end. I'm glad to see they made up, for sure. For sure. I guess that's all I can say about that. Now, moving right along, let's move on to this luncheon that Nene had. Okay, no disrespect to the ladies that was at the luncheon, the extra friends that she brought. I know it was real shady what I said about, like, where these other girls come from. Like,
No, you're not, honey. You see all my friends?
Hey, good to see you. Hello, how you doing?
what is going on? Who are these random ladies? Like, I've only seen a couple of them before. But I did mean that. Meaning, I've been knowing Nene for over a decade now. And I promise you, I've probably only seen maybe 2 of them ladies before with Nene. The rest of them, I'm like, where they come from? Honestly, I didn't even know she had other, like, real friends, because I don't really see her consistently with a lot of the same people over and over, other than back when she used to be with, Cynthia a lot, or she used to have a friend Diana that used to be around a lot, she was on the show a lot. Marlo, of course. Because the only person you see her with on a consistent basis with is Greg. Really. So I was just like, who are all these new friends? Who, what, huh? I was like, did we just invite these people just in case, the other girls be acting funny and may not show up? So I didn't know what was going on. That's neither here nor there. Those women were really nice. And actually, we ended up having a really good time after everybody got there, which I had been sitting there for a good 3 hours for everybody to get there. I'm like, all right, I have to interrupt this speak on it to let you all know that my store tags, we are moving locations in Atlanta. Okay, so we used to be on, we currently used to be on Peachtree right behind Houston's, but now we are moving to a location right next door to Old Lady Gang on Peter Street. See what I'm saying? Isn't that perfect? This jacket actually came from Tags. It goes with a full sweatsuit, but I just wore it as a jacket. Now, y'all remember a couple seasons ago when they used to be talking about me being late? I've been working on my lateness. Can everybody else work on that? And see, that's what I used to be talking about with y'all before, how, they used to always try to put me on blast for being late, but they used to be late too. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, Kenya and Nene, was it funny to y'all that both of them showed up with the same idea to come in like a totally solid color, not animal print like the invite said, and only have animal print on their purse? I'm like, great minds think alike. That's probably why Nene and Kenya don't get along, because they are more alike than they even realize. They probably would kill me if they heard me say that. But I mean, for real, like, they do be doing a lot of crazy stuff and act like the other person is more crazier than them. Okay, back to what I was saying. The whole situation with before Nene got there, it was just me, Tanya, and Kenya. Now, at that time, I had not had a chance to really get Kenya's side of that story about what had happened at the luncheon. And I know y'all always be wanting to try to say, oh, you just always, taking Kenya's side. And can I just say, y'all clearly didn't even watch last week's Speak On It. Y'all was all on the blogs talking about what I said on Speak On It and talking about I only had Kenya's back. When clearly, if you watch Speak On It, you should have saw that I said that I did think that Kenya did a whole lot. And I said that I love the way that Tanya handled herself in that meeting. And y'all don't ever play those clips. Y'all only play a little clip that y'all want to make seem shady. So whatever with y'all, the ones that y'all be trying to make me seem shady, but regardless of whatever. Tanya had kind of told me how she felt about the luncheon or whatever. So I had knew about what had happened, but I hadn't got Kenya's side yet. So when Kenya came, I already knew that Tanya was feeling awkward. Kenya came up in there like nothing was wrong. Like, hi. It always baffles me how in this group we can have such a knockdown, drag out argument and all that stuff. And then next thing we see each other, it's like, hi. Anyway, Kenya stayed there all of 2.5 seconds and left. She was like, oh, I'm not waiting on Nene. La, 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 la. And Nene was at that point an hour late, but I was just like, come on, if we always left every time somebody was an hour late in this group, you would never have a show. There would not be a show because nobody would ever be there. Everybody is always late, especially hours late, stupid late. Y'all don't even get to see it because y'all just watching, so they edit all that away by the time y'all see it. But these girls, ridiculously late. So when she said that she was just gonna leave because Nene was an hour late, I was like, really? So you just gonna leave us here and you just get to walk out?
So where's Nene? If she's not here, I'm not gonna wait on her.
You serious?
Yeah. Right?
Really?
Yes, love you.
You're not even gonna wait 5 minutes.
Love you. Bye.
3 down.
The cool thing was, Portia showed up when they basically counted her out and said she wasn't coming, but she ended up coming, and Shamia came, which I had already knew Shamia was coming because I had talked to Shamia that day, and she had mentioned about getting herself together in her animal print. So I don't know why I believed them when they said Portia wasn't coming. Yeah, she came. And at that time, Portia and Nene had not made up yet. So really, Portia really wasn't feeling being there. At least she made an effort. Let's just say that. And Nene was, to me quite humble in this whole entire situation because for her to be kind of, putting her ego aside to try to make friends with everybody over and over and over again, reaching out to everybody over and over again, is just not what I have seen from her in the past.
I've tried to extend an olive branch to her a few times because I just need to move on.
Honestly, I'm gonna be totally honest with y'all. I personally feel like with the Sisterhood brunch, I don't feel like everybody was coming so receptive to the Sisterhood. Okay. Clearly, Portia was really not wanting to be there, but she decided to come anyway. And basically, she was saying, they still had things they need to work out, but they'll talk about it later, but she was just there. I've heard Nene say that she feels like a lot of the girls have held grudges with her longer than they've held with other people that she felt like has done more. With that point, I can agree with her. Meaning that, Nene has said a lot of things that everybody doesn't like at different times or whatever, but we all have had some crazy falling outs. So why they want to block her off the phone and do all the extra when it comes to her, or making it so much harder for her to, make up with someone after they fell out? I don't know. I don't get it why it was just extra hard. So I just thought it was kind of shocking that she would even, humble herself, I guess, to continue to be calling and reaching out to folks like that who had her blocked. Because Cynthia had her blocked for a while on her phone, and Portia had her blocked. So even though she was reaching out to them, trying to invite them to lunch or trying to apologize, sending them text messages, they weren't even receiving none of that because they was blocking her. They weren't. You heard Portia say that on the show. and it was the truth. So this whole thing with these girls, so y'all heard me say on the show that this is the fakest sisterhood ever. I believe that to be true. The reason why I say that is because it's like they fall out every other day like clockwork. I have never fallen out with some of my real, true, lifelong friends as many times over and over as the girls in this circle fall out and become friends again. And when we fall out in this group, it's like so crazy and ridiculous to the next level of falling out. I don't understand how we're even able to get on the same page, how we're even able to invite each other to anything else, how we're ever able to call each other friend again.
This is the fakest sisterhood I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know. Maybe that's the Taurus in me. Because, you know, I'm so like, whatever. When I cut you off, you cut off. You know what I mean? It takes so much for me to like move past any damn thing. And I know y'all already know that. So it's like, it's constantly me working on myself when I'm in this group and I'm watching what the people are saying to each other, about each other, and then how they come back together like that never happened. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Maybe this is normal. So until next week, like, comment, share, and thank you for watching. Speak on it.
I had already heard.
I can turn a shade tree into a money tree.